many Holocausts you went through. That doesn't give you the title to inflict, as somebody put it, I like this medieval siege on these people. Now, it has to stop. And we have it within our power to stop it. And so, you know, that's what we have to focus on now. And it's completely winnable if we do our job. It's completely winnable. I talked to the Hamas people and I said to them, for this to succeed, you guys really have to step aside and let the Palestinians organize on their own, or else it's going to be said we're dupes of Hamas and we're being manipulated by Hamas, okay? And they said okay. They seemed to say okay. I don't say they said okay. They seemed to say okay. And I thought it would be a great thing. You know, one of the problems is Israel will send in provocateurs who will start shooting. So I had an idea. We'll assign Hamas the responsibility of disarming everyone, to checking that nobody has weapons. So that'll be a nice role for them. You know, they'll be the enforcers of nonviolence. Which will present a new image to the world. Because that will be a problem. That we don't want provocateurs who will shoot and then you'll all get killed with me, but you're younger. Every delegation did have problems getting in except ours. And the assumption was twofold. One, that the previous delegations gradually eroded the barriers, so it made it easier for us. And two, Barack Obama was scheduled to speak the week we were there in Cairo, so the Egyptians, you know, had to be careful not to be cracking skulls of Americans while Obama's singing the praises of Egyptian democracy. And inside, Hamas was apparently more protective of us than prior delegations, and Medea and others were on their case for not letting us to walk around freely at night. Frankly, I was glad they were protective because, you know, like they said, 17 foreigners were kidnapped in Gaza, and last week or 2 weeks ago, some foreigner was stabbed, and it's shortly after the massacre, which was, you know, bought and paid for by the United States. So Gazans aren't so thrilled with Americans, and they're also under siege, and they were worried that Fatah people would create some sort of incident which was going to embarrass them. So I thought it was, you know, okay, and I thought it was okay that they were pretty protective, you know, but Medea and others didn't feel that way. They made their feelings known. They were great, you know. They gave the Hamas a run for their money, non-violently. But I was okay with it. I felt under the circumstances, the protection was okay.
I just think that's so ironic, though, that Hamas is actually, like, cooperating, because, like, the way they're portrayed in the media, like, I mean, the Cal State Northridge campus has a lot of students who are very pro-Israel, and they actually had a pro-Israel march last semester, and the signs they were all holding were "Free Palestine from Hamas," and it was just like, and
well,
it just...
They have lost a lot of support, we have to admit that. They have. But, you know, what is Hamas? Okay, they're probably the very ideological people in Hamas leadership, but what is it mostly? It mostly consists of kids your age who just want a better life. You know, they're 20, 21 years old, 19 years old. They just are looking for a decent life. You know, we met a lot of the young people. They're perfectly reasonable people. Just give them, you know, basic human dignity.
Yeah, That's their whole argument, is that, you know, Hamas oppresses the Palestinians more than Israel does, so Israel is justified in trying to, you know, wipe out this government so, you know, the Palestinians can live better. That's their whole, like, just war idea.
Israel really cares about Palestinians living better. I mean, these things are just beneath contempt. That's why they blew up 4,000 homes, damaged another 13,000 homes, blew up 40 mosques, damaged another 15 mosques, dropped white phosphorus on hospitals, on UN warehouses, on schools, because they care so much about Palestinians and they want to free them from Hamas, you know. You know, the Israelis just make you sick. I'm so tired of those people.
You know, I see my fair share of those.
I really am. I'm really tired of them.
So
they fool anyone anymore.
Well, now they're working overtime. Like, those whole groups, like those Stand With Us people, they like recruit all these Jewish students on college campuses.
Their success is very minimal. I mean, we have to be clear about that. You talked about the demonstration they had. How many? 15 people?
No, it was like 30.
30. I mean, 30 is not exactly what you would call a mass demonstration.
Out of a campus of 35,000.
And I'm sure you could have got 10 times that many Jews on campus to oppose them. The funny thing about the delegation, by the way, was when I went, I started out, I thought I was the only one Jewish on the delegation. So then I started asking around, like, Medea Benjamin, Jewish, this person Jewish, that person Jewish, Jewish. By the end, I was wondering who in this delegation is not Jewish. You know, it's funny. All right.
All right, thank you.